Oh yeah, we are in Sweden. Hello and welcome to 156, I do believe, of the TEW 2020 Challenge run. This is going to be Friday Night SmackDown for week 3 of July 2021. We are in Stockholm, Sweden for pretty much the last leg of the European tour. And after this we've got Raw and SmackDown next week in Paris. And then the pay-per-views will be in Paris as well. Well, at least King of the Ring will. I'm not sure about Evolution. I think I might bring that back stateside. But anyway, without further ado, let's just jump straight into this show, which is the Friday week 3 of July show. And yeah, don't know why I'm prolonging this even longer, looking at last week's show. Yeah.
Think twice before you pounce. Thinking over, ready or not, is the moment. Better off stepping aside, burning with vengeance and solid revive. Daredevil, you picked the wall. If you think you could get away, you have us to repay.
I forgot to put this in the right place. This is supposed to be later on in the show. We're not going to start off with a video package showing Sonya and Bayley. That was supposed to be later on in the show. But we've got it here now, apparently, because I messed up. And I also realised I didn't book in the Talk and Smack segment, so I'll have to go back and do that in a minute as well. Oh boy, I'm so unorganised today. Anyway, this isn't the real opening, but I'll explain it now, what it is, just so when we get there. Just Sonya and Bayley video package, showcasing their careers. Bayley was the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. Sonya was Miss Money in the Bank this year, and next week they're going to have a contract signing for their SmackDown Women's Championship match at Evolution. The actual opening of the show sees a big dog. He missed last week after he got attacked by the message in the Fatal 4-Way on the first week, 2 weeks ago. But he's back now, and he says, look, I made my return 2 weeks ago with a purpose, and I was handed the opportunity to be in the WWE Championship number one contenders match, and obviously I'm going to take it. So you want to give me a championship match, then sure, I'll take it. But Ali, I know what his beef is. He's going to come out here and he's going to preach about how he should have been the one in that Fatal 4-Way, not Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hadn't been here for months. Well, listen, his son, once you've main evented as many WrestleManias as I have, then you get this preferential treatment, and then you'll get the championship opportunities. Until then, you've got to work your way up the ladder. And you're a hell of a competitor, but you don't just get handed things around here because you feel like you deserve them. Because here's a reality check. You're trying to push this message that you and your people aren't getting the opportunities you feel they deserve, and you may have a point here. I'm not going to completely disregard the message, but you also don't get handouts. You've got to earn it. And then Ali comes out and he laughs. He's like, earn it? Roman, you just said yourself you took an opportunity you were given despite being away for months. How did you earn that? I've slaved away months. I'm the United States champion. I've earned more than you in the last month because I'm actually on the show. I beat Nakamura. I beat Rey Mysterio. I beat Dominic Mysterio. I beat all these people. I beat Triple H at WrestleMania. Hey, you've done that too, hey? That was about 5 years ago for you. That was 3 months ago for me. But you're the one who gets put in that match. Why? Just because you're Roman Reigns? And yeah, I've earned a lot more than you, and I'm better than you right now. And you just can't admit that. And Roman's like, well, if you think you're better than me, how about one of your boys face me right now, and I'll see you at King of the Ring, Ali, and I'll take that United States title, your United States Championship from you. And he's like, oh no. No. You see, I'm not scared of you, Roman. I'll accept your challenge for King of the Ring on one condition. We're not putting this on the line. You haven't earned a chance to face me for this title. What makes you think that you can just walk in and get a US title match? That's my one condition, Roman. I'm happy to face you and prove that I am better than you and I deserve the opportunities you've been given. But the title ain't on the line. But if you really want to face one of the message members tonight, you can get in the ring with Big Dabba Kato up next. That's the opener. Gets a 73. Roman and KO 850. Roman wins by DQ when the other two members of the message run in to cause the disqualification, and they put him through the announce table yet again. The big dog has been left laying by the message, and Ali kneels over him, saying, "You're nothing, Roman. I'm the real star around here. Where's your backup, huh?" 87. This is a really fucking good segment. I didn't expect this to do so well. Ray and Dominic are chilling in their house after an unsuccessful week last week when Ray got attacked by Joe and Dominic failed to win. So they're both recovering from Joe's assaults. He's like, "Make no mistake about it, Kayla," or whoever's interviewing him. I'll still be at King of the Ring, and I'm going to get my revenge on Joe because this is personal. Obviously, I wanted to get that WWE Championship to do it for myself to prove that I still had it, but now Joe's choked out my son who tried to step up in my absence because of what Joe sneak attacked me. Joe, this is personal, and I'm going to take that championship off you and end your little reign of dominance before it even really gets started. And then Joe's sort of watching on one of the tellies backstage, and then Kayla approaches him. He's like, "Joe, can I get your word on what you just heard from Rey Mysterio?" And he sort of just nods his head, chuckles, and walks off without saying anything. 73 for Queen of the Ring. Semi-final on the SmackDown side. The winner of this will face the winner of Shotzi and Sasha next week. And it's Shayna Baszler who gets the win. She beats Bianca Belair by submission because Dakota Kai interferes. Dakota screws Bianca out of this match. 62 for Bianca and a 66 for Shayna Baszler. So Shayna advances to the SmackDown final of Queen of the Ring to face either Sasha Banks or Shotzi Blackheart. Gargano's in the ring. He only got a 66. I expected better from that. Maybe I haven't set up a feud because I don't see a feud advancing here. But he says, "Bet you forgot about me, huh? It's been a while since you've seen Johnny Gargano. I can tell you exactly when the last time I was on this show was. I was on the show 2 nights before Money in the Bank. No, I wasn't. I was on the show a week, 9 days before Money in the Bank. And I was put in a match against my own will, a match I didn't want, against Cesaro. And that menace, that thug Cesaro, he attacked me and he took away my opportunity to win Money in the Bank by injuring me and putting me on the shelf because he knew I was going to win. Because he just knows I'm better than him. I'm Johnny freaking Wrestling. But he had to cheat and steal that opportunity away from me. So I simply returned the favour last week and took him out King of the Ring. There's no two ways about it. There's no deeper narrative than that. Cesaro cost me my opportunity, so I'm going to cost him his. And if Cesaro has the nerve to show up on SmackDown again, he's going to keep getting attacked until he knows how I felt sitting at home all those months, watching him get WWE Championship opportunities, Money in the Bank opportunities that should have been mine. So Johnny Gargano, rightfully, actually, in kayfabe, pissed, because we can blame it on Cesaro. It probably wouldn't actually have been him in real life, but we can blame the injury on Cesaro. Now that Johnny's back, he's got a match with Tony Nese that gets an 80-2. Tony Nese is like the best. Let's send him in there to have a banger with a guy, lose, and have a hell of a match. Gargano beats Tony Nese in an 82 rated match in 8 minutes and 43 of a crossed and crab. 76 for Johnny and a 61 for Tony Nese. Very fucking good, actually. That probably could have main evented the show. Backstage, though, it's all kicking off. Dakota goes up to Bivens, and the rest of Bivens, and Corbin is there as well, but there's not enough room on the screen for him. And she's like, "I did it. Bianca's out. Bianca's lost." And Bivens is like, good. Right, that'll teach her for laughing at me and laughing at us. How dare she laugh at the greatest group here on SmackDown. And then Bianca comes in, "Oh no, girl, you don't deserve that. I'm going to whoop your ass for what you did to me." And Bianca, she charges at Dakota, but Dakota sort of like hides behind Omos. And the rest of them, Tez and Angelo sort of come in and try and hold Bianca back. She's pulling her earrings out. She's trying to kick Dakota's ass for costing her that spot in Queen of the Ring. And then Bivens like, stop. It's chaos here. Bianca, Dakota challenges you. Dakota will happily challenge you and accept the match with you at Evolution if you want to get her that match. But there's one condition. And she's like, what's that? And he sort of looks at the profits and he's like, you see, singles action for Biv and Zent hasn't really gone as well as we said it would in King of the Ring. And so I said last week we should try our hand in the tag team ranks. So, how about in the main event tonight, AJ Styles teams with Chad Gable against the Street Profits. And it's like, hey yo, you're on, fam. Profits are up, we want the smoke. And then they leave and Bianca just sort of like gestures to Dakota like, I've got you, bitch. I'm gonna whip your ass. 73? Why is this so good? Last week, the Women's Tag Team Champions made their way over to SmackDown and sort of declared that Shotzi and Ember were their next in line for their title opportunity. So now we're going to have a one-on-one match between two members of the team, Ember versus Kaylee Ray. Ember wins in 7:41 with a top rope stunner. 66 for Ember Moon and a 60 for Kaylee Ray. Nice. Decent little match, 73. Pretty fucking good. Kayla is backstage with the Dirty Dogs. And Ziggler, he's elated, he's in a fine mood. He's like, I told you, Kayla. I told you. Everybody disrespects Dolph Ziggler. They thought, oh, Dolph Ziggler's in this King of the Ring tournament. He's not going to win. Cesaro's going to beat him, and that's going to be the end of it. But here I am, I'm still in. Drew Gulak came up to me and he thought, Drew Gulak thought that he was better than me last week. Well, I sure hope Gulak gets through to past Sami Zayn later on tonight, because me and him in the final of the SmackDown side will be a nice easy victory for Dolphy Ziggs. And then that's when we hear the sound of a guitar shredding and Rick Boogs is there and he says, you're already looking at the final, huh, Dolph? Well, you're already looking past the winner of this tournament, the true king here on SmackDown, the king of strong style, the king of rock and roll. Together, we're going to take the Dirty Dogs down and put you in the ground, or some other dog-related pun. Don't know how that was a dog-related pun, but but Shinsuke, basically, Boogs hypes his man up for their match next week. Ziggler and Nakamura. SmackDown King of the Ring semi. Fuck me! This should have been the main event. I said this to steal the show, and boy fucking did they. In a nice little wrestling match, Sami Zayn goes to the SmackDown final of King of the Ring. He rolls up Drew Gulak in 14-16. 88 rated match, an 80 for Drew Gulak and an 84 for Sami Zayn. Jesus Christ, they got great chemistry. I may have to run this one back at some point, because, my god. Is that the best match of the save? I think it might be, actually. I'll have to have a look. Obviously, there'll be a note on the screen in post that says whether it is or not, but as at this right time, me live recording, I don't know. It may well be. Here's a segment. The Usos and Jacob Fatu are backstage go, nah, Us. What is happening, Us? We are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, but we're being looked over. Again, maybe this main event can help us find our challengers, because there sure is nobody in sight with beating everybody, Us. And then they walking past, they sort of lock eyes with their cuz, Roman Reigns. And like, hey yo, Us, welcome back to SmackDown. And they're like, he's like, okay, yeah, cheers, lads. And he's like, I see you've got a bit of a problem with Ali and his gag lagoons, but just to let you know, Us, if we ever need your back, we've got our cousins back. And he's like, thanks, I appreciate it, but I'm going at this alone. I need to do this by myself. I appreciate that you want to help me, but not to say I don't want your help, but I'm not looking for help right now. See you around, cuz. Just a nice little friendly interaction between the Usos and Roman Reigns backstage that I'm sure will not lead anywhere. Talking Smack is hyped up. Kayla and we've got Pat McAfee on there this week instead of Paul Heyman, because Heyman didn't make sense to be on there in my show because he's got no clients on SmackDown. So, yeah, but Big E, the Street Profits, and Sasha Banks are going to be on. 76, Blair, yeah, I definitely should have fucking put Sami and Gulak on in the main event. But AJ and Gable get the win. They defeat the Profits. AJ pins Angelo Dawkins with a Styles Clash in 16:30 in a 76 rated match. 51 for Dawkins, 60 for Montez Ford, 77 for Gable, and a 71 for AJ Styles. So tag team Bivens Enterprises is off to a flying start over the Street Profits here in the main event, but the show's not over because the Usos, they're here. They send Jacob Fatu out and they lay waste to everybody in the wing. AJ, Gable, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and they say, nah, Us, this ain't tag team wrestling, and they hold their titles up like, this is tag team wrestling. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. And the show goes off the air with the Usos standing tall. I didn't put the Talking Smack segments in, but Big E was on there. He was sort of saying he's been off for a while, for a couple of weeks, and he's looking for a big time challenge, and he's going to get that next week because Adam Pearce has signed off. Big E will go one-on-one with Randy Orton next week. Sasha's there, her and the Boss group just sort of being dickheads, dressing down Shotzi, saying, oh, Shotzi's already got a match at Evolution, so it'll be a shame if I made sure she couldn't get to that one because I'm going to beat her next week, so she'll have one match and she'll be injured for it because blah blah blah, I'm the boss and Dana's done the stats and all that. And the Street Profits just sort of following on from this shenanigans here. 8 rated show. Sami and Gulak carried the whole thing really, but yeah, not really much else to say. What matters more than the 80 is what you thought of the show. So do let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for episode 157, which is the Raw Go Home show for the Evolution and King of the Ring pay-per-views. And hopefully I'll see you then.